Whee!
Whee! Hi, Lou.
Hello, Ingrid. Hello.
Darling, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. I'm doing amazing. I'm wearing red. I can't be better.
You're in your power color.
I'm in
Yeah,
my power, in my red power. Okay, good.
exactly.
Um,
Beautiful.
I like what this is
Great
doing.
to have this time with you again, hon. Thank you.
Great to have this time with you always. I love our weekly to-dos, and they're going to be expanding, which we'll talk about later, maybe. But
Ruby. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, should we ground?
Let's do our thing. Let's get rolling.
Okay.
Prepare for liftoff.
Prepare for liftoff, baby. Let's all close our eyes. Take those 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your energy pool in your root chakra. Maybe it'll feel warm or tingly, or you'll just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect with divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in your root. Breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy hook in with the earth's core and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pool again in the root chakra and exhale into your root chakra. All right, Lou, over to you.
Thank you, Ingrid. Let's take another deep breath. So, Great Spirit, Ingrid and I come together as equals with gifts to give and receive, and we open our hearts and all that we are, our bodies, our souls, our spirit, all that we are. And we ask to merge into your great love and light, your great peace and beauty, your great passion and compassion, and the divine harmony and balance that is at the center of all life everywhere. We ask to be instruments of this harmony and balance in this world and for humanity and Mother Earth, this powerful and poignant time when so much is changing and so much is reaching for that harmony and balance in all of us. Father, Mother God, we give thanks for the arts, music and poetry and drama and writing and all that allows us, painting and sculpture and dance, all that allows us to express what our linear mind struggles to understand, but our heart understands and knows. So we ask that you help us to be these instruments of inspiration and of manifestation of a new world and of new possibilities. Let us lift the spirits of ourselves, each other, and all who listen to this message here today. In the divine moment, in the eternal moment of now, we honor you, Great Spirit, for the gift of life. We give thanks, we let it be with humble hearts. We say, thank you, it is so. And together we say, amen.
Amen. Oh, thank you, Lou. I love your prayers. I love the way it comes through.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, we got Joe and Danielle on here. Oh, Danielle's tuning in from Australia. I happen to know Joe's in Wales. That is awesome. Hello,
right.
ones. Okay.
That's right.
We have a special something on the docket today.
Yeah.
I think you kick it off, Lou.
Okay, so I was saying to the lovely Ingrid here a moment ago, my friends, that she is writing such great poetry, and would love to have a space for her to share some of that. And a poem comes through me from time to time. What I'm going to do here today is share one that crossed my screen this week in morning prayers that was shared with me in two parts. And so I have the complete here. This is called The Gift of Gravity, and it's by Wendell Berry, and it was written in 1979. Here we go. Here we go. All that passes descends and ascends again unseen into the light. The river coming down from sky to hills, from hills to sea, and carving as it moves to rise invisible, gathered to light, to return again. The river's injury is its shape. I've learned no more. We are what we are given and what is taken away. Blessed be the name of the giver and the taker. Everything that comes is a gift, the meaning always carried out of sight to renew our whereabouts, always a starting place. And every gift is perfect in its beginning, for it is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights. Gravity is grace. All that comes to us has come as the river comes, given in passing away. And if our wickedness destroys the watershed, dissolves the beautiful field, then I must grieve and learn that I possess by loss the earth I live upon and stand in and am. The dark and then the light will have it. I am newborn of pain to love the new shaped shore where young cottonwoods take hold and thrive in the wound, kingfishers already nesting in a hole in the sheared bank. What is left is what is. Have learned no more. The shore turns green under the songs of the fires of the world's end. And what is there to do? Imagine what exists so that it may shine in thought, light, and daylight. Lift it up in the mind. The dark returns to light in the kingfisher's blue and white, richly laid together. He falls into flight from the broken ground with strident outcry, gathers air under his wings. In work of love, the body forgets its weight. And once again, with love and singing in mind, I come to what must come to me, carried as a dancer by a song. The grace is gravity.
The grace is gravity. Oh my God. I love poetry. Poetry is my first love. My first love. When I was a kid, if I was going to grow up and do anything, it'd be write poetry all the time, read poetry all the time. I used to have tomes, books, encyclopedias of poetry, tons of them. I don't have them anymore because I've moved too many times. Life has exploded one too many times. But, encyclopedia poetry, William Blake is an all-time favorite of mine. Poetry is... poetry
Tiger burning bright like a fire in the night.
Yes, exactly. I can recite one of his poems I memorized. It's called The Garden of Love. Maybe I can recite it.
Do that. Yes. Lay that on them. Sure. Why not? We're rolling. We're in a poetry jam.
Well, let's talk a little bit about poetry.
Okay. All right.
Poetry. Poetry. I remember somebody asked me one time, was asking me about the poetry that I wrote, and they said, well, what gives you your ideas? And I remember I was like 18 or 19. So this is way before I was dialed into my spiritual path and my spiritual work. In fact, I was working in a cigarette store, smoking a cigarette with one of the customers. He asked me, and I paused. I said, it doesn't come from me. It comes through me. It comes through me. I remember doing that thing and surprising myself a little bit when I said that, because I didn't know what that meant. And he didn't either. And he kind of went, oh, okay. But I realized now what I meant is poetry is channeled. All the
Right.
arts are channeled. I love what you said earlier in your prayer, but it's expressing what the linear mind cannot process or understand. It's how we express that that connectedness to the divine, where humanity meets our divinity. That is the arts right there. And poetry is one piece of that. And it's how we use language to express the divine in a really sweet and powerful way.
Yeah.
And I know not everybody's into poetry, but I'm nuts about poetry. So I'm super thrilled. We're doing the poetry jam.
Yeah. Dude, give us some of yours, honey.
Well, okay. Let me give you the William Blake one, because this is the one I have. So William Blake, I mean, man, when I discovered William Blake when I was something like 13 years old, I was hooked. If you haven't read William Blake's poetry and you have any kind of love for poetry, go get ye to the Googles right after this show. Oh, look, it's 11:11.
Yeah.
But his prose is a little dense. His prose is a little dense. But William Blake was incredible because he was way ahead of his time. He was a mystic before mystics were, at all. He was in the 1700s. So he was really mystical and really alternative and had way radical ideas for his time. He was an artist and a poet. And he created his own art and poetry and used these plates to make these books. I mean, he was just incredible. Do some Googling about him. But my favorite
genius.
poem, the one that grabbed me to the point where I actually memorized it, is called The Garden of Love.
Right.
So let me see if I still remember. I had memorized for many years.
Okay.
I went to the Garden of Love and saw what I never had seen. A chapel was built in the midst where I used to play on the green. And the gates of this chapel were shut, and thou shalt not writ over the door. So I turned to the Garden of Love that so many sweet flowers bore. And I saw it was filled with gravestones and tombstones where flowers should be. And priests in black gowns were walking their rounds and binding with briars my joys and desires.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's intense. Intense.
Yes. What's the one about hold eternity in a grain of sand and infinity in an hour, or infinity in
sand? Wait, I know this one. It's part of a larger poem, but this particular one is hold the world in a grain of sand, eternity in an hour. No, wait, that's not it. I don't remember,
close.
but it's going to come to me.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a very good.
Yeah. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more fair. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too bright the eye of heaven shines, and often is her gold complexion dimmed. Yet every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. Yet thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose procession in the fair thou owest, nor shall death brag, thou wanderedst in its shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men do breathe and eyes do see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Lou, I think I just fell a little more in love with you.
I saved that for special moments. You gotta save the Shakespeare for the heavy moments,
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've been trying to write a poem a day, roughly, for a while now. Yeah, to bring just as a practice of bringing through spirit, because poetry comes through. And the way that I get inspired, I'm very, you would think I'd be real clairaudient. I would hear the poems. I don't. I'm very visual. So I see things. I see snapshots. And then from there, I bring the words through. I get, put pen to paper, and then I channel it that way.
Sure. Yeah. Well, give us another one of yours if you would.
Okay, I'll give you one of mine. Here's the one you want to read. I just posted last night. It's called Apocalypse.
Yes, please.
So this came to me when the visual I talked about early on, I saw a smoldering pile of black debris and the smoke smoldering from it. And that's the only snapshot I saw. That was all that spirit gave to me. And then from there, as soon as I put sort of pen to paper, so to speak, the poem came and channeled through me completely. That's my process. Okay. Right. If anybody's interested, I'm always interested in how poetry.
Yeah, like you're saying, sweetheart, it's sacred, the birth of something.
Yeah. As is all art. Okay, Apocalypse. Yep. It's a black day. Smoke is simpering from burned out pyres. Eyes are burning, and peachy tears from ashes or demise or both line the faces, lining the streets. It's a black day. Soot on children's cheeks from smoked out places. Leaders yell from a platform of abuse and power and rage. Lines of police lining the block. It's a black day. Mama's eyes flick from child to rebel to father. Lines of broken men lining mass graves. It's a black day. But the sun shines anyway, which means the rise is happening today.
Beautiful, honey. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank
you. Thank you. The one that so one of the, living in LA for 30 years, I got to meet a lot of amazing people. And one of them was this Native American songwriter and actor and poet named John Trudell.
Heard the name. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got to read a poem before him at a poetry reading, which was a great thrill. And I actually, the first time I met John Trudell was at a nuclear power protest for Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant, and I was working security at this thing for the anti-nuclear people, and he was giving me a lot of shit about not being able to walk where he wanted to on his land. So that was my first encounter with this short, angry Indian who I thought, who is this guy? But he also there was a film about all right, so very briefly, so he was in the Native American movement, where the one thing they did in the 60s, I just have to give you this much, is they took over Alcatraz. They occupied the island of Alcatraz and said, we're taking this over. And and this was after Wounded Knee, I believe. There was a shooting at Wounded Knee. Anyway, this is a true story. What happened is, because he was involved in this Native American movement, his family was burnt to death in their house. His wife and several kids. And so you can imagine it broke him up for years. And so he was very powerful. He did an album that Bob Dylan and Jackson Browne both said was the best album of the year when it came out. So this is his poem. It's called Look at Us. He's passed on. He passed on in 2015. Mm-hmm. He says, look at us. We are of the earth and water. Look at them. It is the same. Look at us. We are suffering all these years. Look at them. They are connected. Look at us. We are in pain. Look at them, surprised at our anger. Look at us. We are struggling to survive. Look at them, expecting sorrow. Be benign. Look at us. We are the ones called pagan. Look at them on their arrival. Look at us. We are called subversive. Look at them descending from name callers. Look at us. We wept sadly in the long dark. Look at them hiding in technologic light. Look at us. We buried the generations. Look at them inventing the body count. Look at us. We are older than America. Look at them chasing a fountain of youth. Look at us. We are embracing Earth. Look at them clutching today. Look at us. We are living in the generations. Look at them existing in jobs and debt. Look at us. We have escaped many times. Look at them. They cannot remember. Look at us. We are healing. Look at them. Their medicine is patented. Look at us. We are trying. Look at them. What are they doing? Look at us. We are children of the earth. Look at them. Who are they?
Words are powerful.
Yeah.
Words are powerful.
Yeah. And, you were talking about trees getting cut down, in the light of the power company being blamed for the forest fires. And, it really, life has suddenly become a battle for a lot of people,
Yeah, it's an intense time to be alive. And thank God we have poetry for a sweet reprieve.
Exactly.
To express the unexpressible. Yeah, I wrote a poem a few days about the wildfires, the West Coast burning. And it was something that was extremely cathartic for me to do, to bring out. And it was also really good for the people in my area, all along from California to Oregon to Washington. The people I'm connected to were like, oh, yeah, that's it right there.
Sure, honey. Can you read that for us?
Well, actually, there was one I was looking at.
All right.
I was looking for that I found that's one of the most amazing poems I've ever read. And Spirit speaks to me in through all kinds of different mediums, as Spirit speaks to everybody this way. And so, I will find things in the physical world. I might hear a snippet of a conversation, or even see a billboard, or I've been spoken to in poetry. And this poem that I stumbled upon. I was in a place of need, where we get to, I was feeling contracted. I was in a place of need. And this poem by Edgar Lee Masters, who died in 1950, this poem popped up out of nowhere. And I don't remember exactly how, but I remember reading it and just crumbling with these tears of gratitude. So I'd like to read this. I just Googled it and I found it, and I'd like to read this one.
Beautiful. I know him. Spoon River Anthology.
Okay, yeah. I did not know who he was. So this one is called My Light with Yours.
Brilliant.
When the sea has devoured the ships, and the spires and the towers have gone back to the hills, and all the cities are one with the plains again, and the beauty of bronze and the strength of steel are blown over silent continents, as the desert sand is blown, my dust with yours forever. When folly and wisdom are no more, and fire is no more, because man is no more. When the dead world, slowly spinning, drifts and falls through the void, my light with yours, in the light of lights forever.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, should I read it again? Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes, this is Spirit Speaks right here.
Yeah, yeah.
When the sea has devoured the ships, and the spires and the towers have gone back to the hills, and all the cities are one with the plains again, and the beauty of bronze and the strength of steel are blown over silent continents, as the desert sand is blown, my dust with yours forever. When folly and wisdom are no more, and fire is no more, because man is no more. When the dead world, slowly spinning, drifts and falls through the void, my light with yours, in the light of lights forever.
That's beautiful. I never heard that.
Relate that to God, a message from God.
Yeah, yeah,
from the divine, heart
explode. Yeah.
And that's what poetry is. It's the divine expressing itself through you in your humanity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, honey. He wrote a book of poems, which was an epitaph for an imagined town of everyone who'd passed away. And it's, yes, and it's called the Spoon River Anthology. And so Spoon River is the graveyard of the town. Spoon River is the town, and this is a eulogy for each person who's passed away. So
amazing.
Yeah, it's great. They've done theatrical productions of it, with each person doing a monologue, etc. The one that jumped out at me here is one of my favorites by Leonard Cohen. It's called Anthem. You know this one?
I don't know. Read it. I might, but
yeah. Okay, so this is a song, but I'll just read it. The birds they sang at break of day. Start again, I heard them say. Don't dwell on what has passed away or what is yet to be. The wars, they will be fought again. The holy dove, she will be caught again. Bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never free. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. We asked for signs. The signs were sent. The birth betrayed, the marriage spent, the widowhood of every government, signs for all to see. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. I can't run no more with that lawless crowd. while killers in high places say their prayers out loud. They've summoned up a thundercloud, and they're going to hear from me. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
Thank you. I knew part of it.
Yeah.
Everything, that's how the light gets in.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay, well, I mean, I could do poetry all day long.
That was good.
Yeah,
nice little change of pace.
Yeah, a little change of poetry. I want to encourage people who are listening, if you want to share your poems, we'll post them. That would be really fun. I love to share people's gifts and, their poetry is something that I really connect with and resonate with. I'd love to share your poems on my page, and I'm sure Lou would as well.
Of course. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It's true. And honey, one of my great joys, of being connected to so many people through Facebook, despite its many shortcomings, which are growing by the day, evidently. But it's wonderful when there's an artist who has a new painting, sculpture, or, or somebody wants to sing a song, whatever. It's just, we want to feed our spirit together. That's how our light gets in.
I'm all about supporting artists and spiritual types and all of those. I try to share all that stuff as it comes on my purview as well. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, darling, how do we feel?
I'm there if you are.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have another thing to get ready for. But
yes, you're busy mom today, busy lady.
Can you talk about where people can find you?
Thank you. Yes, with pleasure. So, I want to tell you, while we're doing that, wrapping up here. I have this Facebook page called Awakened Spirits Network, which is a resource. There you go. Look who's timing. Thank you. And that's where I share other teachers and teachings. And I also have a YouTube channel called Awakened Spirits Network. And so I put the names of a lot of the people that I've interviewed over the year or whatever it's been on there. So, a lot of them checked in and said hi, as you did, and others. And anyway, so I go to Awakened Spirits on Facebook page, and somebody has invited 50 people to join the network. Yes, that was my response. Yes, exactly. So like, ka-ching. Yes, there you go. Yes. So people can find me on my Facebook page where I do morning prayers Monday through Thursday from 9 to 10 live in Ireland. Thank you. At Lightheart 2012. Well done. And at those two websites. And like Ingrid, the greatest joy is when I get to sit with people in groups or one-to-one sessions, and we get to move the mountain. We ask Muhammad to move the mountain, and we get out of our own way. We heal. We reconnect with the unconditional love of all that is, which we also call God, Goddess, all that is, etc., the divine. And we forgive ourselves, my friends, of not being perfect, or of having fears, or needing to ask for help, or need more courage or more compassion. And things shift, things change, we shift, we change. That is just life's greatest joy for me. So if I can help anyone with what you're working on, me or Ingrid, please reach out to us. I recommend both of us. We're both very good.
We're both great. We are great. And we get to do work together sometimes too.
That's right. Yes. And sweetheart, I'm glad you're saying that, because Sunday was just a flat out blast with Dina. And how is our girl Dina doing with Hurricane Sally and 24 inches of rain?
As far as I know, she says rain, shmeen, hurricane, whatever, hasn't touched her yet. So
brilliant. Okay. Good. 3 feet of rain. She's still floating towards God. Bless her heart.
Yeah. So
where do we find you?
My main gig is the Bava Spiritual Mission. So the Bava Spiritual Mission is a digital church, and we are fashioned that way because it is our goal to help you connect with the infinite and take that spiritual gift of yours and that spiritual message out into the world. That's what we do at the Bava Spiritual Mission. So we do that through our school, which is an intense training program It really gets you healed. It gets you alive. It gets you lined up, and it gets you out there, out in the world, doing what it is you want to do at the pace you want to do it. So that's a huge part of what we're doing. That community is growing, and it's a really strong community. And our commitment is to bring in this new earth. And then the way we do that is through, again, our school. We also have Bava Live. So that is on the Bava Spiritual Mission Facebook page. And if you just look at your screen, you can just search for that on Facebook. And we do our Sunday services live broadcasted. And that's what Lou was referring to. He was on last week on our panel. It was amazing. So we kind of switch it up every week. This week we have Charlotte, who's one of our graduates, went through the very first Bava school program and kicking butt. Harmony went through with her, and then Heather as well. And then me will be doing panel message from spirit. We have a sound bath. We have all that good stuff. And then we have more shows, if you will, coming. And we're going to be releasing those incrementally. And Lou and I are going to be doing something under the Bava umbrella as well. So stay tuned. Go love and like that page for more on that. So that's what I do. I run the school. I founded the mission. I produce the Bava TV stuff. That's really working in that community. And if that tickles you, if that makes you feel a little excited, I invite you to send me a message. Send me an email, send me a message, and I will be happy to share with you about that and see if that feels like a good fit.
Brilliant. Bravo.
Bravo. Okay.
Woo-hoo.
Well, Lou, you rock. Thank you, everybody who jumped on and connected with us and listened to the poetry. Share your poetry. Share with us. We love you so much. We're excited to be on a mission from God.
Absolutely. You, me, and the Blues Brothers.
You, me, and the Blues Brothers, baby. I know. That's such a great flick. All right.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Thank you, everybody.
Love you. My best to everyone. Cheers.